Madhura, welcome back to Madhura's Desire. Today we are going to make a stuffed simla mirch with chicken mince and cook it in a very rich gravy, which is nothing but a bell pepper stuffed with the chicken mince and cooked in a very rich gravy, and it is very easy and very delicious. So let's start preparing stuffed simla mirch. Make for the dry spices for keema stuffing. I love to have spices which is freshly grounded, so I have taken 1 teaspoon of cumin and 1 tablespoon of coriander seed, 1 teaspoon of fennel and half teaspoon of maize flour, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and I have taken 4 of clove and 1 of cardamom, that is a black cardamom. We will do the dry roast. So spices are almost roasted. Now I'm just taking out from the heat and let it cool down. Let's make the gravy. So I'm just adding up 2 tablespoons of oil and let the oil get hot. So the oil is hot. Now I'm adding just 2 half bay leaf and 1 black cardamom and 4 cloves. And along with that I'm going to add just 10 grams of ginger, which I have just roughly chopped, and just 4 or 5 of the garlic. Just give a quick saute to it. Adding up 1 large onion, so approximately 100 grams. Give a quick mix. And adding 4 large tomatoes. It's like approximately 400 grams. Give a quick mix. And here I have taken 30 grams of cashew, which we will add in this gravy, which will give us a good texture and also the thickness, and of course it will be having a better taste. Let's add some salt to it. So I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of salt. And just give a quick mix. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of water, and I will just cover with the lid and let the tomato and onion, cashew, everything should get cooked well, and then we want to puree it. I have sifted the gravy in another burner, so while it is getting ready, we will just start with the keema. Here I have taken 3 tablespoons of oil. Let the oil get hot. Oil is hot. I am adding 2 teaspoons of cumin seed, and followed by that adding 1 large onion, which is almost 1 cup, finely chopped. Give a quick mix to it. Let it get translucent. So onion is already translucent. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, and let's cook it till all the rawness is gone from the ginger garlic paste, approximately 1 to 2 minutes. So now we are going to add the keema. So here I have taken 500 grams of chicken keema. In this recipe, it's up to you. If you like to add mutton keema, you can very well use the same recipe as the mutton keema. But here I'm taking a chicken. So let's give a quick mix to it. Adding 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and just 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Mix well. So after mixing properly, let's cover and cook it for 7 to 8 minutes, and we will just check it in between. So while the keema and tomato gravy both are getting ready, so we are going to pound our roasted spices. I always love to have fresh roasted spices because it gives a better taste in a keema. And also in this recipe you can use the mutton mince, and you can use the vegetarian version with the same recipe. You can use the paneer and potato, which I know. I just wanted to know what exactly you guys are cooking with. There is in a different region, different cuisines. Please For my knowledge, do write to me and let me know what exactly you guys are adding up in the stuffed capsicum. So let's grind it, and not to do fine grind, just to coarsely we will grind it. So you can see here is coarsely grounded. Here you can see our tomato base gravy, which we are going to do it, is almost cooked. So the tomatoes are all softened. So now we are going to take it out from the flame and let it cool down before we grind it. It's almost 8 minutes. Let's see how our keema is doing. So water is come out from the keema. Now we are going to add 1 cup of tomato, which I have chopped it. It's a medium sized tomato. And along with that, we are going to add our spices, which we have made it. Give a quick mix to it. Now along with that, I wanted to add little bit of some crunchiness to the keema. So I have just added 20 grams of cashew and 20 grams of raisins, which will give us a nice sweetness as well. And also followed by that, I'm adding up 3 green chili chopped. Again, you can add it according to your spiciness, how you want it to. And let's cook for another 2 minutes here till the tomato and raisins, everything will be softened, and we will cover and cook it. So anytime when we do the keema stuffing for the paratha or anywhere or kulcha, so always we need to have a kind of binding into it because it falls apart. The same thing, I wanted to have a binding on a capsicum stuffing, which is a bell pepper stuffing. So I just took a boiled potato, which is approximately 200 grams. I have boiled and just like mashed with like this with a fork, and we are going to add it in the last stage of the keema when it is done. So this is work as a binding in our keema. Some people also use the roux. They added the flour into it and they use for as a binding. So you can see here the keema is almost done. So they are all well cooked. At this stage, I'm going to add that mashed potato into it and give a quick mix to it. Now after mixing properly, now you can check also the seasoning. I have checked. I just need another half teaspoon of salt to it. And spiciness is proper for me. Now at this stage, I'm adding a half cup of fresh peas. And just cook for another 1 minute. Just teaspoon of garam masala on the top. And also finish with some chopped coriander. Our stuffing is ready. Let the stuffing cool down. So I got this beautiful peppers from my garden. So for this recipe, I need to collect some green bell pepper. So now I have 4 freshly from my garden. I also love to have some ghost pepper. Actually, my daughter loves to grow them, so they are all ripe. I can take it and keep it. Can use in some of our recipes. Some regular chilies also should take it. So here we have more than enough for our recipe. So you can also take the multiple color if you wanted to do that. Actually, I do have all of them are a green in color, green bell pepper. I'm just going to show you how to take out this cap from there. So here, one by one, you can take it off. And empty them. So you can got a nice beautiful cavity inside, and where we are going to stuff our mince. So like this we are going to clean up all of them. So we want all the capsicum should be sitting like that. If the capsicum is not sitting properly, just trim it on the bottom, but make sure this you should not trim too much. otherwise the stuffing will come out. So like this we are going to do it. And now I just wanted to give a little seasoning to each capsicum. So little bit of salt we are just to put it inside that and let it keep aside. So here our filling, which is completely cooled down. So now I'm going to show you. Just take a small spoon, or also you can stuff it with the hand, you know, just try to put it. Stuff completely. So like this we'll be stuffing all of them. Just use the hand, you're more comfortable with that. So here all the stuffed capsicums are ready, and then remaining mixture you can use in a paratha or sandwich. I usually use in a sandwich, my daughter loves this one, and also sometimes I make with a stuffed paratha. Tomato gravy is completely cooled down, so we will just take out the bay leaf from this, and then we will we'll grind it to a fine paste. You can see here is a beautiful paste is done. While grinding, if you need to add some water, you can add very well, because it has a cashew, it will get thicken up. So adding up 2 tablespoons of oil. Let the oil get hot. Oil is hot. Now I'm adding a 2 teaspoons of cumin seed, 3 red chili. Just give a quick saute to it. Now adding the avocado. So mix well and let's cook till the oil starts floating on the top. So after cooking for almost 5 minutes, now we are going to add the spices. So 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Again, the chili powder you can add according to your spiciness. And here I have 1 teaspoon of jeera powder, which is cumin powder, and 1 tablespoon of dhania powder. So let's cook it together another 10 minutes at a medium low temperature till all the spices get cooked. So almost 10 minutes I have cooked this masala. You can see that the oil is started floating. Such a beautiful color has turned up. And now we have time to check the seasoning. I have checked already. So I just need another teaspoon of salt to it. Now I'm adding just 1 teaspoon of garam masala. So you can see here such a beautiful color has turned up. Now we are going to add 1 cup of water. And if you require more, I think I need to add another half cup of water to it. And now we are going to place our stuffed capsicum into it. So one by one we are going to place them in the gravy. And now we are going to cover with the lid and let it cook for 8 minutes, and then we will check. So let's check. It's almost 8 minutes. Still need to cook more, so let's put the gravy on top of each capsicum. And again we will cover and cook for another 10 minutes at medium low temperature. So make sure it should not get burnt, and we will cover and cook for another 10 minutes. It's almost 10 minutes. Let's take the lid out and let's check. So here our capsicum looks very nice. Gravy is very good. Softened. Yep. So it's very much, the sign is showing that the capsicum is ready for service. And now here I'm just garnishing some of the chopped coriander, and our stuffed capsicum is ready for service. So this is how I'm going to present to my guest with naan. Also you can have with the rice. So let's try out this dish. And here you go. So I have just taken a half of the Simla Mirch and it is really breaking off. And it's not too mushy, it's just perfectly cooked. It's very delicious and very well balanced with the spices. If you wanted to avoid much of chili, you just can omit the chili or reduce the chili. Otherwise, the spiciness and everything is perfectly balanced. Please do try and let us know how it turned out for you. And please put it in comment if you like to see any other new videos. Maybe it can be a bakery products or like Indian cooking, Italian cooking, Chinese cooking, anything. Please send a suggestion and I will bring up with the new videos. So see you soon. Till then, eat healthy, stay healthy.